Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I had a good weekend. It felt a little longer than usual, which is, I'm not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. It was a good weekend, and I had a great time. My sister, who I talk about quite often, Nina, came to visit. So she was here, and it was wonderful. She had little social distancing. It was lovely. She got to see the kids. It was like that part was a big deal for us. And I think that was fun. So I hope all of you had a good weekend. I hope all of you are doing well. I know that it is November. Isn't that crazy, guys? It is November. Happy November to all of you. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Happy November. November. Happy November to all of you. I hope you guys had a great weekend, got to relax. Again, I got to relax a little bit. Got to see my sister. I hadn't seen her since March. So that was a little craze. Hello, Dina. How are you, my darling? Happy birthday, my darling. Hope everyone is doing really well. Hope everybody is had a really great weekend and we're ready to move forward into the week. For me, this is what it's all about, getting closer to the beginning of the new year, even though I do celebrate my new year in September, typically, just because of fall is a kind of thing for me. But moving forward, and it's January is basically the new calendar year. This is the last 2 months of the quarter. This isn't to give you pressure. This is just to let you know what the heck's going on and that we need to celebrate that we are almost embarking on a new year. And in doing so, we've got to make it happen. We've got to make it happen. I don't want to hear the excuses this week. We're not talking about what we don't have. We're not talking about what we haven't had. We're not talking about the obstacles in which we are facing today. We are talking about making it happen. What do we need to do today to get further along than we were yesterday? What do we need to do today to make it happen? That's the only thing I want you guys focused on today and moving forward for the week. What do you need to do in order to make it happen? Whatever that it is to you. Good morning, Christine. Happy Monday. Whatever that it is to you. Whatever that need is to you. Are you launching something? Are you connecting with someone? You have to make it happen. Today, this week, we have to make it happen. This is episode 150. I'm looking at my calendar. 158. I mean, 158 episodes. This is crazy. I'm so excited that I'm stuck with it. I'm so excited that you have all stuck with me. It's time to make stuff happen. It's the last quarter of 2020. Woohoo! Thank goodness. And so this is the time to be able to turn the corner. This is the time for us to look at new beginnings. This is the time for us to make it happen. No more hesitation. No more, oh my goodness, making excuses. No more. No more of any of those things. This is the opportunity for you to make it happen in every part of what it is that you've got going on. And I know that there are hurdles. I'm not saying that those hurdles have gone away. I'm not saying the trials and tribulations of your life have now miraculously disappeared. All I'm saying is that we need to take an active role in getting a lot further today than we were yesterday. We need to be able to put forth a plan that affords us to make it happen. In the absence of having everything figured out, in the absence of understanding what the next phase of all of our lives is going to look like, in the absence of, having it all mapped out, we must figure out a way to make it happen, regardless of what happens around us. Because this is a week in which we cannot control, right? This is a lot's going to be happening to us that we cannot control, but we've got to make sure that we've got a plan in place. We've got to make sure that we know that we're going to move one foot in front of the other and keep things moving. Because the majority of people out there are not moving. They are not keeping things moving. They're not moving forward. They are standing still. And those of us who have chosen to move, those of us, Christine, who have gotten creative, Lisa, who have launched things during this time, we will find that on the other end of this, on the other end of what is 2020, on the other end of the trials and tribulations of our lives in which we cannot control, we will find that we are in a better place. We will have outrun those who have stood still. We will outrun those that have said, I'm going to wait this out. We have outrun those that said, okay, when everything goes back to normal, when everything calms down, I'll re-engage. I'll make it happen then. But I want you to be those right now who are making it happen in the storm. In it. because my gut tells me that things are still going to be very trepidatious moving forward. That in the light of the new year coming, we're going to have to still deal with navigating in the storm. So what are you going to do? You're going to wait for the storm to pass, right? You're going to wait for the storm to pass, or are you going to actually move forward in this space? And I want you all to move forward in this space. I want you all to make it happen. I want you to find a way when you're not given away. I want you to find a way through all of this muck, all of the craziness that's about to happen, that is happening, all of it. And I want you to make it happen for yourself, which requires you to come to terms with what it is that you're dealing with, what are the resources in which you have, what are the goals in which you have, what is the product in which you are selling, what is the services in which you are selling, where does it live? Do people know who you are, what you want, and why you deserve it? How are you going to make it happen? So often we want it miraculously to be. We want all of the outside factors to be as easy as possible for us to present ourselves in the most convenient way that we can. And we all know that that's not the case. We all know that that doesn't happen. And if it does happen, it's few and far between. When all the stars are aligned and everything's worked out in your favor, I can't even count on one hand how that has happened. It's about making it work with what it is that you have, and then allowing for the blessings in your life to meet you there. So what we need to do is we need to determine how we're going to make it happen. And I want you to think about that. Think about what it is that you want and what are the action steps necessary in order to make all of that, those goals and objectives come to life. On this Monday, that is what I am charging myself with. It is not enough for me just to want things to be true or hope that things calm down so I can step into that space. It's about how do I dance in the rain today? How do I make it happen today? And a lot of you are confused. And a lot of you are worried and thinking about, okay, Sheldon, what do I necessarily need to do? I think you need to take a breath. I need you to sit down and look at what you've created. Take a moment to look at what you've developed, to look at what you've created. Pat yourself on the back for how far you've come and get prepared for where you are going. Say, Sheldon, I want to be able to increase the amount of people who follow, fan, and like my pages. Sheldon, I want to be able to increase the amount of people who purchase my product. Sheldon, I want to be able to get my website up and running. Sheldon, I want to finally be able to understand TikTok. It's a process, right? All of those things. How are you going to make that happen for yourself? You can't do it by wishing on a star or stalking other people's social platforms. You have to do it by stepping into it, right? You got to do it by stepping into it. Good morning, Emily. If there's a goal, an objective, or a business that you have started, if it's something that you have really dove into and looked at it and said, okay, this is the time. It's the end of 2020. The last 2 months of the quarter, 2021 is right around the corner. I'm going to make it happen today. I'm going to call the person that I didn't call before. I'm going to reach out to this individual and let them know what's going on. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to send this email. I'm going to make it happen today. And we are in an uncertain space, but that doesn't matter to me because I know that I'm certain as to who I am and what it is that I want and why I deserve it. And there will always be a reason and a hurdle to jump. There will always be something going on. Yes, what is going on right now is bigger than probably a lot of us have ever faced in our lives. But the motion and the only motion is forward. So we've got to make it happen. We've got to dive into things in which we've been avoiding. We've got to say, okay, it is a storm. It is raining. There's a little thunder. There's a lot of lightning, but we've got to dance in the rain. So how are you going to make it happen? What are you going to do today that is going to get you further along today than yesterday? Are you going to send that email? Are you going to launch that plan? Are you going to, create those ads? Are you going to finally edit your website, create a blog, send an email, make a phone call? Oh my goodness, a phone call. Who would have thought? Are you going to pick up a phone? You're going to dial it and reach out to somebody that can help you get further along today than yesterday. How are you going to make it happen today? How are you going to do that? How are you going to say, okay, this might be uncomfortable for a little bit, but the comfort on the other side is well worth it? How are you going to look at what it is that you've got going on and say, oh my goodness, it is worth fighting for. It is worth driving through the storm for. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? How's it going to function for you? Because today I want you to focus on making it happen. And I'm not saying that with ease, because believe me, even as somebody as extroverted as I am, somebody as overly enthusiastic as I am, I'm constantly in a space about trying to make it happen. Good morning, Faith. Oh, so good to see you, my darling. It's about making it happen. It's about reaching out to that extra person. It's about saying hello to that extra person. It's about sending that email, that message. It's about posting what it is that you want with intention. How are you all going to make it happen today? Because we cannot control all of the outside factors that are going to come our way, regardless of how much we plan. But all we can do is dance in the plan in which we have to the best of our ability. We don't want things to just happen to us. We want to be happening. So what are you going to make happen today? Trust your community that you have built. I trust all of you. Trust the people who follow Fana and like you, that are committed to you and what it is that you are doing, that are excited about all of the things in which you have in store for them, and share it with them. Make it happen today. Look at your life a little bit differently. Look at what you've built a little bit differently, with hope instead of with fear, with an opportunity instead of with, oh my gosh, frustration and hesitation. Good morning. It's about stepping into it, because lesser people, good morning, Dana, lesser people have chosen to kind of be like, I'm going to wait this out. I'm going to launch my plan after I figure this out, after we get back to normal. But those of us that have followed, fanned, and liked me, the Christines, the Danas, the Faiths, we stepped into this time. And we're reaping benefits more than we could possibly imagine. We're getting comfortable being uncomfortable, but we're telling stories. We are showing up. We're sending emails. We're launching products. Because you're choosing to make it happen, and it is a choice. It is not about what happens to us. It's what we are choosing to make happen. So today, as we embark on more of the unknown, as we prepare ourselves to get closer to 2021, thank goodness, I want you to focus on making it happen today. Hello, Josephine. How are you, Joe? I want you to focus on making it happen today. I want you to. I want you to ensure that you are feeling a certain type of way about what it is that you've got going on, so you can dive into everything you've wanted. And the trials and tribulations of this world cannot stop you. They are just hurdles in the race that you have chosen to run. And so what we're going to do is we're going to prepare, anticipate, and jump the hurdles as they come. But we are not going to stand still and be paralyzed up until that point. We're going to make things happen today. My goal each and every day is to provide you with a morning message. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network, connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. Each and every day, my goal is to connect you to our wonderful community, to share engaging content and provide real connections. I want you to find your voice. I want you to tell your story. I want you to no longer whisper your wishes, and I want you to scream your dream. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Don't forget to follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV, and log on to thisisittv.com for more information. I'll see you all tomorrow at 11. Make it happen today.